We watched Three Ninjas Knuckle Up.
Oh my goodness. Why are you making me watch these things?
It's from 1995, lasts an hour and a half roughly.
Speaking of rough, let's get into it.
The three ninjas in question are three little boys.
Yeah, one's about 12, one's about 10, one's about 7. Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum is the youngest one. Yep, and they're out a little drive with their grandfather. Their grandfather's this old martial arts master.
Yeah, this is a sequel, by the way.
Yeah, I've never seen the other ones that I think I can pick up the lore.
Anyway, so they're out driving and they come across a group of Native Americans who are protesting.
Yeah, and the little boys say,
"Cool, Indians!"
So the Native Americans are protesting this new land developer who's trying to build their land. Anyway, the three ninjas and their granddad just drive on past. They go to town and they come across a little diner. They go inside and a little Native American girl is being beaten up by a full-grown man.
yeah, and there are like 3 or 4 other full-grown men watching and laughing. This isn't like a 26-year-old waitress being hassled. This is a 6-year-old girl.
Yeah. And the whole town are just standing, doing nothing.
Luckily, here come the 3 ninjas.
Yeah, the granddad goes to park the truck, the three ninjas are in the diner, and these little boys beat up this full-grown man.
Yep, and his friends. And one of his friends, another full-grown man, he pulls a knife. He's ready to stab one of these little kids.
Luckily the kids are expert ninjas and they do some crazy martial arts and beat up these full-grown men.
This is crazy.
I should say, while the boys are fighting the full-grown men, the kids are holding a pizza. None of the pizza's spilled or dropped or anything like that.
Yeah, very impressive.
Yeah.
Very realistic.
The little girl thanks them, the thugs run off, and the little girl says, "Oh, I thought ninjas were bad guys."
Yeah, and the kids explain, well, you get good ninjas and you get bad ninjas, just like dentists.
Now the grandfather comes in, he sees what's happened, and he's very annoyed that the kids have been fighting.
What did you do?
He's annoyed that the kids want to be heroes, they want to be helpful.
Despite this being the 3rd film, and I'm guessing the same thing happens in the others.
Pretty much. In fact, he trained them. Now the next day they meet the little girl again. Her name is Jo. She's actually probably about 10 years old, maybe.
Maybe. And she says her dad is kidnapped by the land baron.
Yeah, the land baron, the guy who's trying to build on the Native American land, is called Jack Hardy. And Jack Hardy wants to use Native American land as a dumping ground. He wants to build a place where he can just dump all the rubbish in the world.
Yeah, so he can make money. He'll say, I'll take your trash. I'll get rid of it. I'll pretend to recycle it, but really I'm just going to dump it on this Native American land.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
The worst.
The kids instantly find out where Joe's dad is. They go in, they spot him, and they beat up a load of guards.
Yeah, nor grown adults.
Yeah, and then the next day they go and tell Joe where her dad is, and then we see them preparing weapons.
Yeah, because they're going to go and rescue him that night.
And that's what they do. They go, they break in, they rescue him, they beat up guards, and they all flee together.
Flee! The end.
You wish.
I do wish. This whole rescue sequence, by the way, when they're fighting full-grown men with weapons, it's the very jaunty music, and I say.
Yeah, there's a lot of capers in this movie. Things like one of the bad guys saying, "I got him," and then the kid escaping and the bad guy saying, "I don't got him," and then getting kicked in the head.
Yeah, things like that. Absolute nonsense. And these kids, by the way, they're not future Oscar winners. They're not Anna Paquin. They're not that kid from The Sixth Sense. No. They're Miami Connection bad.
I wouldn't say they're Miami Connection bad. They're close. The next day, all the kids are knackered.
They're shattered. And the granddad's like, "What's up with you? Come on, you've got to train."
Yeah, so they get through a day. And then that evening they go to the Native American settlement.
Yeah, where all the Native Americans are like very thankful and welcoming. Yeah.
And then the kids get dressed up as Native Americans.
Yeah.
And to show their appreciation, the kids do a ninja dance.
Whatever that is, whatever it is, everyone at the settlement seems to know it because they all join in.
This is like Vanilla Ice in the second Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. The villains turn up though to the settlement with guns and trucks, and they start causing chaos.
Yeah, but luckily the grandfather comes looking for the boys and he comes to the rescue, and his acrobatics are crazy. In fact, so crazy it looks like a different person doing them.
It does. But he fights off the bad guys, the kids get involved and they help, and then the bad guys run off.
Yeah, it's another long sequence. North caters.
Back home, the grandpa decides he needs a rest. He goes into the hot tub and we see him sitting topless and the three little boys giving him a massage.
Call the police.
Next day, a convoy of cars from the settlement are driving along, and also the kids are there for some reason, and they are basically ambushed. They're cut off by the bad guys,
And they've got trucks and they've got motorbikes.
and they kidnap Joe.
Yeah, don't know why, but they kidnapped Joe.
Well, I think it's because it's her dad who was the main issue in the first place.
Okay, whatever.
Right. So the three kids decide to drive the truck, and they give chase to the bikers.
Yeah, and they end up in this old, like, abandoned town. It's a weird little place.
It's like one of those little Wild West places you see on theme parks where, you know, they'll put on a display of bad guy cowboys versus bad guy cowboys versus good guy cowboys.
Yeah, like a fake shootout.
Yeah, it's one of those little towns.
Yeah, so the bad guys and the little boys fight, and they fight to mariachi music.
That type of thing, yeah. It's very amusing.
Nope.
Okay. Well, Joe's dad decides to go to the cops for help. The cops are not interested in the slightest. They don't care about a little girl being kidnapped. I mean, the mariachi fight scene is got some good action.
Yeah, terrible sound effects.
But I guess it's a kids' movie.
Poor kids.
Yeah, well, once again, the three kids beat up fully grown men.
Yeah, and then they see in court, Joe's dad is there to testify against Jack Hardy. That Jack Hardy's right hand man reminds him, "We has Joe, you can't say anything."
Yeah, when Joe's dad is about to take the stand, one of Jack Hardy's henchmen stands up and in court openly holds up a mobile phone, making it clear that he has the guy's daughter and he just needs to make a phone call for something bad to happen to her. Everyone in court can see this. It's clear what's going on, but the judge is like, "Come on then, tell me your side of the story, Native American." So the boys find Joe, rescue her. Some guy holds a knife to Joe's throat.
Yeah.
And they flee to the courthouse.
Yeah.
So the big piece of evidence Joe's father has is a floppy disk.
A floppy what?
A floppy disk. And it contains the plans of Jack Hardy to say, "We're going to use this land as a dumping ground. No one will ever know." Mwahaha. All that.
That. He can't show it because Jack Hardy has his daughter hostage.
Yeah, that's right. But the three ninjas and Joe all appear. They get to court. They fight their way in.
Yeah, they do a policeman. And they dust their way into court and they say, "Look, here's your daughter."
But the judge is fine with this. The kids are here. Joe's dad shows the floppy disk, puts it in the computer that's in the courtroom and shows the evil plans. And the judge says, "Shut this site down." And there's big cheers in the court.
Jack Hardy is not getting this land. That'll teach you that guy.
Yeah. I mean, he's not arrested. No one's arrested for threatening people, using guns, kidnapping a child, holding knives to children's throat, extortion, anything. No one's arrested. Anyway, the kids head home. They have a little chat with their granddad about flowers.
Yeah. And then all four of them, Not Joe. Joe's gone home to her family. Colt, Rocky, Tun, and the grandfather all do backflips, and then it's a freeze frame, and that's the end of the movie.
They backflip into a freeze frame, and that's it. That is Three Ninjas Knuckle Up. Well, Lee, do you want to see the other Three Ninjas movies?
Nope.
Well, the first one I think is just called Three Ninjas, and then I don't want to know. Well, there's also Three Ninjas. I don't want to know. Well, listen, Three Ninjas Kick Back. No, I don't care. Well, one of them, I don't know which one, but one of them features Hulk Hogan.
Okay, we'll watch that.
Alright, well, we'll see you next time.
Hit like, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching. Three Ninjas Knuckle Up. Cool Indians.